Okay, let's go. All right, everybody. Welcome to my new show. Yay. Hooray. Um, Hold on. Hey, buddy. What happened? We
What's
lost
up,
you.
dude? I was listening to the music and then it stopped.
And then it stops. Well, now I'm kicking you back out because I don't want you here for this. Bye. All right. So this is going to be a newer show. Why am I doing this? This show is going to basically be interviews with Minifans. It's kind of like lately, seems like people aren't getting their fair shake at things, getting their story out there and shit. So I want to have a show where people could give their fucking opinion and not just what Kirk says, right? That's what we want to do here. Everyone gets a fair shake. But honestly, I just want to make sure everybody has fun with it. We're going to do interviews. It's going to be like 2 times a week. Possibly the second time of the week will be like a call-in show. So we're going to try to make that work. I don't know. It probably won't work. And I did it because I wanted to, and I'm going to smoke weed on here. I don't give a fuck. They can't tell me I can't do that. They can't tell me I can't do that on the other show. But I don't know. I get called out for it by Carano and stuff. So the premise of the show, it's going to be an hour, less than an hour. So it'll be a quick listen for you. I'll put it out on an RSS somehow. I don't know. I'll probably put it on like the Rewind RSS or something. I think that might be a good idea. It's going to be interviews. It's going to be rants. It's going to be that kind of stuff. If there's beef going on in the world, I'll bring the 2 people on. I feel like I have a pretty good fucking relationship with everybody. So like, fuck it. I'm going to do it. I'll see if we can get people on here and have fun. If there's fucking Twitter wars going on, we'll fucking bring both of them on. If there's Discord wars, if Kirk's going after people, we'll bring the people who he's going after on. I just want that shit. I want to show the Minifans can make fucking entertaining content. You just within themselves. Kirk, you fucking abandoned the channel, so we'll do it our way. End goal is to get back on the Kirk Minihane network, though. Like, we want this for Kirk. This is supposed to be for Kirk. I don't want to do it on here. I want to do it on Kirk's. I have BA here, though. He's gonna be our comments guy. Let's bring him in. Just say hi to BA quick. Bandit.
How are you?
What's up,
There's
bud?
an echo.
What's up, bud? Is there an echo?
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta get rid of this. There.
Hello? There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, I just want to say, hi. I feel bad for Carano. He said, he lost his job by doing COVID-y things. I think that means you probably can't go to truck stops and bang people while you're working because that's a super spreader. So, so I'll be in the comments. They're a little light, but I know my boy Killer K is going to come in with some fire. So
yeah, we have 22 people in here. So, I mean, that's just based off the Periscope and shit, I think. I put it on everything I can.
Should I look at, maybe I'm going to I'll look around. That'll be my job.
All right, buddy. All right, we'll see you. We'll do every 5 minutes. We'll let you in. So I'll see you at 10 minutes, buddy. All right, so other premise of the show. We're going to do the calls. It's going to be casting couch kind of a thing. So usually not today, but I'll post the link. If you want to come in the show, you could hop in the show. If you're in the comments and you're big mad about something and you figure out a way to get to me and you could get on the show, I'll let you on the show. Like, text me, figure it out. But I'm going to be in here, so it's tough for me to see you text me. But I will let you on. Other than that, I have an ad read. What's wrong, Carm? Carm's here too. Everyone say hi to Carm. Oh, that's okay. Our dog is here. Everyone's here. So, Carm says hi. So we have an ad read, and it's actually for the Kirk Minihane Network. Tomorrow, 2 of the world's greatest eaters are going at it head to head on the Kirk Minihane Network. There's going to be a face-off to determine who the official eater of the Kirk Minihane Network is on the Kirk Minihane Network YouTube. Tim Riggles, great guy. Let me tell you, Tim Riggles is a great guy. His wife is fantastic. Is going against all the mayhem. Jay, awful human. Horrible human. He sucks. Drug addict. Kirk said it today, drug addict. So it'll be Tim Riggles versus Jay, all the mayhem. It's going to be, they said, a tentative 8 o'clock. So that may mean fucking anything. And that is on the Kirk Minihane YouTube network. All right, I'm going to bring in my boy Rich. Buddy.
Jesus Christ, was that a fucking blowjob on Minihane? Holy shit.
It was? I didn't think it was. I thought I said fuck you to Kirk in there at one point.
Oh, do that for me.
Do I have some on me?
Still
Or
have
maybe
it,
maybe it's up here.
It's caught in the beard.
What's up, buddy? So I brought you on because I feel like somehow it's been what now, a year that you've been fucking crucified up on a cross for some shit that we're gonna talk about in a little while, but and you really haven't got out there and told your whole story and shit. So this isn't going to be an interview. This is going to be kind of like me and Rich interviewing each other from our points of view. So it's like I came in a little after Rich. He came in before me. So I'm going to ask him questions about that. He'll ask me questions about my shit. But I want to start off with like how. Let's go right back to the beginning of. Fuck it. I'll ask you the Mince Out question. How long have you been a Kirk fan?
I was going from seeing a girl at the time, and I was in my mom's car, and I was a 98.5 TNR guy through and through. And then they switched to station, and it was right when Dino left.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about what they wanted to do with the show. And I was just like, oh my God, this is unlike anything I've ever heard. And the switch was like immediate then, and it was in. And I think partly was my fault. And I didn't.
Dude, I understand now why Kirk hates these questions. That was such a boring question.
No, I mean,
you love
fine.
Kirk, right? You love Kirk. You love Kirk. You're like a Kirk fan, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to get that question across with everybody when they come on. I want that to be my first question. Do you love are you a Kirk fan?
Well, it's a complicated. I
know yours is a little complicated, but you're a Kirk fan, right?
Yeah.
See, I knew it would be a tough one for you.
Well, you just like you see things differently. I just see things differently now, being on the kind of the other side of it, which ruins it. And we FaceTimed earlier, partly because I had all day of work, and then was like, I need to talk about whatever the fuck Carano said. Mm-hmm. And what I said to you was like, you just see it differently now on this side. Like I would have back in the day been like, yeah, go after Reamer, had a bad day, or go after this guy, go after that guy. And now I'm like, are we sure? Like, yeah. How you positioned it is one way, but like, what's the other side? Like, or is that person having a bad day? Or, I got onto it with my guy BPM over the K Marco trashing, where it's like, that's the worst day of his life. Like, this isn't a good thing. We shouldn't be celebrating this.
Yeah.
It's not good. Yeah, what he did was terrible and everything, but like,
it's the only time when attack the enemies makes sense. It's like, yo, I hate that phrase, but it's like when you're actually physically getting into someone's head, it's like, yo, disengage. It's a Minifan, disengage.
Yeah, or it's just like the lines where when you're on the other side of it, it's no longer like, oh, that person's really probably like sitting down on their couch, like drinking a bottle of wine to their face, like having a bad. You just see it, so it's like ruined it a little for myself, which is totally self-inflicted. But yeah, I don't think I did a good enough job in the beginning of talking about in the early days, I would listen to it live on my phone and then get the best bits for the podcast, like once the EEI posted the podcast, and listen to that all day.
Yeah.
And then on the weekends, I would pick the best bits from the whole entire week, like not to DEC it, but like, yeah, that shit was the best because it was different. It was awesome. And yeah, they.
Well, then we know what happened. We'll get into that. What happened after that stuff, because when it all came crumbling down, was a different time. So like, all right, so straight up, BA is here. I'm gonna let him in for the comments, and BA always says, you always say that the Rich Kelleher experience. That's your favorite episode, right?
That is my favorite episode. I think it was the best episode.
So want to hear something funny? I'll tell this story. I never listened to that episode. I couldn't. Wow. I was such a Rich fan, dude. I loved Rich, like back in the day when I didn't have a Twitter. Like I wasn't in the world at all. And I loved the fact, because Rich kind of like represented the whole fact that like you can be a fan and somehow be involved with this fucking Barstool show. It's like, holy fuck, dude. You could do work for them. And like, dude, the kid sent me fucking stickers. He was always nice to me. I didn't know the kid, but he was always nice to me. And then
I had no idea.
Then that shit happened.
I had no idea who you are. You were just this dude from Scranton,
Mhm.
and you weren't like who I thought you were. Even like when Mintel started, I'm like, you're this
Well-
straight laced kid. And you were like, nah. Like, and I'm like,
no.
oh, he's like, no. Then like I got to know you, and it was like, dude, this kid's legit. Like, he's awesome.
Rich, get that off your chin.
Wow. No, so
What do we got in the comments, bud?
So a few questions. One, John needs a headband for his poofy fucking hair. Maybe, I don't know.
I do.
Another one by VD. Does Rich not have heat in his house? I was wondering the same.
I was wondering the same. Why are you so cold, bud? You just like to be snuggly or what?
I mean, I have heat, but like, I like this, and I put it up.
Yo, I mean, I can't talk because I did a whole show for 6 months with my hood up. So
it's like my it's like my Vader little like comfort thing. So I don't know, I just kind of put it on. But no, when I'm home, like I'm in like sweatpants and like this all the time.
Okay.
You wear that all the time. That's not on air. That's like your look.
That's his look. He's the Vader. He said it's the Vader look.
That's nice. I like it. People are saying BAC
What an
is
asshole.
saying BA. People are saying you are the new Rich Kelleher.
Nice.
Oh, Killer Kowalski, as usual. John cuts BA off. Wow.
Fuck.
Wow.
And some things never change.
Wait, you couldn't listen to the episode?
I couldn't listen to it because, like, okay, so was that the one where they made you put the dip in your mouth?
No.
Okay, so I listened to that one, and it was torture for me. I didn't like it. I didn't like it because it was like, and it's. I think Kirk sees this. So Kirk sees when somebody, and it happened with Mayo and Zonker and Red, and this is what got Kirk real mad at Red. It looked like on the show they were bullying on Mayo. And, like, even though they were right, it will always, in my mind, look like they were bullying Mayo. And I think that, like, triggered in Kirk's head, too, when that happened. And then he just, like, went fucking full force hell on Zonker, on fucking Red, on Menners that day. And that was the original fight between them. But, like, it felt like bullying to me. Like, I don't know why when they were in there just making you put fucking... I would, like, if I was there, I would have smashed them both in the fucking teeth, bro. Like, that's not how I fuck around. Like, that's not how you...
So
like, I know, like, I have you in my life because to kind of like play off of, and like we play the card and we always have, and it's just like, okay, play it like that, but don't bully somebody, bro.
So we do the show, Kirk leaves immediately, and I don't think people like get that. Like,
Will has told me that, like how real that is. Like he walks in, he walks out, you know, like it's
unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
And I never would have, like, that's the other stuff from like earlier where you see things like differently. And like even people would call in and be like, "Hey, that's not a joke, right? Like you legitimately don't talk to them." Like I happened to be like on the line, like Steve didn't. So he like walks out, and it's like awkward silence. Like the minute it's over, Mike's sitting there. Mike doesn't really want to talk to me. Like they don't get along. Like outside, like they don't talk a lot. It's like very strange. And then that's like they came up with it, and I was like, "Yeah, fine. Like I dip. Like I can put it all." But like the medicine that I had at that moment, like did not respond well, and I started getting Tommy sweats, and they felt horrible.
Oh, okay.
When the shit was turned off, and I was like, dude, I don't know what happened. Like
they should use their fucking brains then and realize that's what happens to a person when you do that, and not do it on a live podcast though.
But
I don't know. I didn't like that. I didn't like that,
Instagram,
dude. That's like something you do to like a freshman in high school and just to
that
fuck
was
with
like
them.
Instagram Live, and it was like, yeah, that will like increase like IG like votes. Like I was committed. Like it was like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it. I don't like.
Okay, well, that is true. Like you did agree to it because you're a psychopath.
100,
Speaking
like,
of the crazy Minifan like fandom and how you got involved, like how long, like, so I wasn't in the world when you were like brought in, like officially brought in, like into studio. Like how crazy of a Minifan were you before KMS itself for Barstool?
All in.
Like you were like dressing as a banana and shit before that and everything.
Oh no, not at all. But I was behind the scenes, like ironically, when MHB and DEC like announced that they were making the Minifan show, like I made a Twitter account and like DM DEC. Like I was a fan of them through like the entire thing.
Be careful! Don't say you're a fan of DEC because they'll make a GIF about you in about 20 seconds. That's already being made.
And well, it was like it's true though. And I
Me too. I love DEC.
how I don't.
know you
how
don't.
WEEI and now their downloads, what they're going to do, they don't understand. I was all in, and randomly, I was doing a contract job somewhere for like 3 months, and randomly I'm on the Reddit because it was like everyone started to mobilize right around then, being like, "Yo, enough is enough! Like, let's get together." And fucking Cullinane responds, being like, "Hey, I'm looking for ideas," and I posted like, "Here's everything you should do," and he was like, "Whoa, haha!" And then like we like Reddit DM'd, got like exchanged like numbers, and I started helping him, pushing him to be like,
okay, so really you got brought in through Cullinane. Like Cullinane was the guy, who I would say is another one of these people in the Minifan world who is like one of the easy like access guides into the Minifan world. Like you want to be involved with the Minifan world, Dave Cullinane will help you get there. That's what I mean by that.
Though, that's the thing though, that like I had no intention of that because it was all about at that moment.
Yeah.
About helping. And if I could,
yeah,
like,
I can hear you. Okay, now I can.
I had some marketing skills where it's like from a social media perspective, like it's like common sense stuff. But like at that time, Cullinane like needed a little bit of more like support or like a push to do that kind of stuff. And you know, again, that one time where it was like after he told me to like politely go fuck myself, because he would be like DMing or texting me like,
well, even me,
now?
I tell you sometimes like I'm like, you're a psychopath. No, we can't do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like when we're doing something together, like, which has been what, 3 times maybe. Everyone thinks like you're the puppet master, but like we can't do anything publicly because of this voodoo bullshit. But like, yeah, that's the thing. Like we sometimes you're an aggressive fucking person, dude. And like, I want to get into that kind of stuff about the show. Like, do you think you just got over fucking zealous with the fact that you thought you're part of the show? Because you know that's the end all be all. Like when you say you're part of the show and you're not, Kirk will abandon you.
Well, I think it's kind of looking back. I think it's twofold, and I see it now, and I kind of laugh and look at like what Carano's doing right now. The minute he gets a little bit, he blows it into. If Kirk's going on a mental health league, it's not about you, dude. Stop like trying to go after this guy and blame him for like that caused it because of Zonker, dude. Like no, like the guy's been going into mental health stuff and has had mental health issues forever. That's not how this works, you stupid, ignorant fuck. And I mean that in like so. But when you're it's one of those things that's really interesting because you get a group of people that are not used to this, and you see what happens, and that's the brilliance of it. But it's also from a personal level what you don't realize when it's going on. So to answer all your questions, like again, like it kind of came into like, let me just help Cullinane. And then Cullinane kind of had a thing with me because he'd be like, what are they saying about me? I'm not going to post on Instagram. And I'm like, dude.
Well, Cullinane, what used to be psychopath, like, and I think he had an awakening.
Yeah, 100%. Like I'm with, that's why he and I are so close because even
Hold on,
when
bring
stuff
him
like,
BAM. Keep going.
Oh, sorry. Just there's one question that really was popping out to me. They wanted to know where DEC touched you. Can you show us, Kelleher?
Show us where he touched you.
You need to show us where he touched you.
Show us your butt. Show us
you
your
don't
butt.
want to show? Okay, maybe not ready. Maybe
show us
not
your
ready.
butt.
Dano was saying only a weirdo wears a suit to a vigil. I thought that was a pretty good one. But Kelleher, you actually have another guy.
Yo, I would wear a suit.
Al Carbone is saying if you ate the most hot dogs, history would be different.
Oh, wow, really?
I'm not even kidding.
How was the hot dog eating contest?
Because it was like gross because he like microwaved them and then they sat for like 20 minutes.
That's disgusting.
It was awful. And
I hear that is how the actual contest is though. Like the hot dogs are awful.
They were so salty too that like when I got home, we had like a group thread of like some of the guys that were doing it, and they were like, dude, like I'm exhausted. Like I had to like chug water and go to sleep for like 6 hours after it.
For the hot dog contest? For the hot dog?
It
was that physically grueling, the hot dog contest?
No, like the salt content like on my body to the point of being like, this is really unhealthy. Like I need to take a nap. Like, yeah.
Were you really on the table after the vigil?
stood on chair.
I would have fucking laid you out if you did that.
Me too. I was gonna say
I would
that's
have
a weird guy
fucking
move.
laid you out, dude.
Well, because the dude had the fucking Roman wipes, and I was like, it worked. And
Oh,
it was
you were
like,
selling?
yeah.
You were selling? You were selling?
Yeah, I thought it was funny. But,
That's
like,
good.
that dynamic was so weird. And, like, I also realized when you go to the live events how, like, and someone said this to me a while ago, like, it's the weirdest group of people that do not get along or have nothing in common.
But they love each other.
Yeah, I think I said that. I was like, Minifans only have Kirk in common. They are actually totally different. Don't have anything else in common. But just before I leave, I think this really needs to be said because I think this is a point. Carano could have handled more wieners than Kelleher in the hot dog eating contest. So,
Oh, yeah?
that's what people are saying. People
Wow.
are saying that.
Word on the street is.
Word on the
All
street.
right, thank you, BA. We'll take you out for a little while. So I wanted to get into, you brought him up, DEC. People have been going wild, like trying to make me like feel bad for being a fan of DEC lately. And you hate DEC. What's going on with him? You just out on that whole wave of Minifans. Like, what is it? You don't like MHB. You don't like DEC. So like, you hear me?
I'm getting a random call calling me twice. Hello?
You answered. Who is it? Put them on.
Hello?
Oh well. So what went down with the MHB DEC thing with you?
So, actually tying back from like the Rich Kelleher experience episode, which like I was scheduled to go on Monday, and on Friday, DC and MHB did a show and trashed me, and like they already had that in their head. Like, here's a threat. We need to get rid of him immediately. And the same person keeps calling me. This is just...
It's rock opera. Just don't answer it. If we're able to get the calls into the show, I will let you answer it. But
why is someone calling myself?
Who cares?
So, and they trashed me to the point of like, why are they saying this? Like, I don't understand, but now I get it. And
well, they did that to me, dude.
Yeah, well, because
like three times.
We'll get there. But
probably
like again,
still.
But like John, you have to understand, I'm by myself. This is new, and I'm alone. There's no infrastructure. There's no nothing. There's no fans.
I know.
There's nothing. And I stayed up 3 nights in a row getting ready. I had a fucking binder this big of all their bullshit and lies because I was like helping DEC as well, like writing things. He was telling me it was great.
That's funny.
And then saying that like that I'm writing it for him and like he doesn't need, or it was like, so it was so bizarre. So by the time I got to the show, it was like then I walk in, it was the most uncomfortable, like, oh my God, this is terrifying, that I pulled off, like, let me just try to be as weird as fuck and get them to like get away from me so they won't like freak me out. Or so I won't blow it or anything. But like, so DC and MHB, and I was a year ahead of this. And I'm not trying to say that as like, oh, like, the classic, like Kelleher was right. Like, I said that MHB and DC couldn't let the KNC show go. I said that they were overextending how important they were when like Kirk was going to Barstool. Everyone knew it. Portnoy gave him an open offer back in 2 fucking years ago before they started. And that they were like when I came in, DC and MHB were out. Like MHB, we were doing the prank phone calls, and MHB was like, what am I supposed to do? Like do prank phone calls? And like tried to do one. It didn't work.
That's not how he talks.
Their entire existence was to get me, assassinate me entirely. And they would make up stuff. And then Steve was reading it on the private thread. So then he would say that I'm in blackface. And it was like, dude, it was like war paint under my eyes.
So let's break this down. Like the old guard versus the new guard bullshit fucking thing. Like, which side would you have considered yourself on? Because that's what really fixed it. That's what fixed the problem. That war, fake war that everyone says happened.
Like, I don't know what I was, because I was
That's what I mean. You. That's what Jesus was. Just want to say, you're Jesus.
I didn't say that. You said that. I didn't say that.
I want
Ron.
that clip.
But
I just wanted that clip. Sorry.
You could make the argument I was the first like
I wanted
mincel
you.
in the point of
I
like,
wanted you to say you were Jesus all episode so bad. But
like,
yeah, no,
like,
you really were. You
like,
kind of were. But you're not by definition really one. So
hello,
you know what I
do
mean?
you want
Like
to do the podcast?
I can't hear him. Why are they blocking their number? Yeah. Awful. So you would consider you were in the middle. I mean, you were in the middle.
Breathing
You were
really
kind of out
intensely.
of the show. You were out of the show at that time. Weren't you?
I was kind of I'm saying like I was kind of both. I was both a old school Minifan and then also a mincel. Like, but I was a mincel before you guys, where it was before just they're firmly established. But like that Minifan thread was so popular and had so much clout, and I mean that from a power standpoint, that they ruled a lot of stuff, and it slowly and surely got taken away from them as the show changed, as Kirk changed, and then I come in and it's like, let's fucking destroy this guy because no one can possibly do what we're doing. Like, we can't lose that. And that was a lot what MHP
how did
did.
how did we handle all of this?
I think great. I think we always handle everything perfect.
Why? Because you know what happened? I think, Rich, at that time, it was before there was like, you could step back and laugh at everything. People took it way too serious.
And Rich,
Well,
again,
and-
people forget that you were wearing a charcoal mask, not blackface that night. Remember? It was a charcoal mask.
Bingo. And that's good for under here and right here.
Really?
Also,
really
Dano
good for
said, you're not stoned enough to pay attention to Rich. And
Chirp, 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 chirp.
wow, BA makes me realize how good my life is. Thank you. And the other one is, sorry, fuck it. Oh,
there's one
people
on here.
forget MHB had a hit out on Rich too. People forget that.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about that too. But first, I want you to answer. Can you confirm or deny trying to sell Kirk on your hair plug guy?
Yeah, that was the lender.
Well, that was an existing relationship.
Nice.
Like,
okay. There's my answer.
They sponsored Kirk
Before.
on
Okay.
from 7 to 8 on KMC. So yeah,
Do
like, I
people
went
actually
there.
hold that against you?
Al Cabroni certainly fucking does.
Al Carbone is a rich guy. He's the one that said if you ate the most hot dogs, life would be different.
No, so I don't know if they did, but it was a legit thing. Like, I had a legit deal. They were interested. I don't understand. Like, I legitimately thought I was like helping bring revenue in, and that would be a good thing.
Oh, I try to do that too. Like, I messaged Steve. I'm like, yo, I have companies that want to advertise. What do I do? And it just never got an answer.
You're
So
getting
I went then and took those companies and gave them to Courtney Fallon, and now I'm getting made fun for that to help
Wow.
Will. What an asshole.
There's
What
a lot
an
of talk
asshole.
about family members OnlyFans. So if you guys could confirm or deny.
Who has one?
No, everyone wants to know Rich's sister's OnlyFans. I don't think that's fair though. I don't think that's fair.
That's not
She
fair.
does not have an OnlyFans.
Oh, okay. That's the people in the chat, man.
That's
I'm
what
just
they're
a
asking.
chat.
You can't kill the messenger. All right, I'm taking you out. So let's talk about this little fucking MHB hit. Apparently, like, okay, so I came into this world because we didn't really talk about my view of how I came into the world for you. So like, we came into the world. First episode, we were run by Rich Kelleher. So think about being a 30-year-old man making a YouTube show, first of all, because you're just a loser at that point. Thirdly, being accused that it's run by you. Can you imagine that?
I don't even know what to say. It is the
Oh,
great, like,
God.
becoming this, like,
and we say it jokingly, but this was talked about on Kirk Minahane's show. Like,
Oh,
are
it
they
was-
Rich
it was-
Kelleher plugs?
it was real, yeah. And that came from that fucking thread where they were like, oh, it has to be him. Like, I've been accused of being this fucking
I have
account, that account. I've had people be like, yo, like, DM me, be like, yo, they legit think, like, are they real? And I'm like, oh yeah, they think I run 60 accounts. But like, MHB was the one that ran 50 plus parody accounts. Like, he did that. So it was like projection onto me that in MHB made a pro Rich Kelleher account that he would DM me, and I didn't know about it for months.
See, this is the problem. You in the beginning of the world, like there were
He was
psychopaths
so-
running it.
he
You and
was-
MHB are too crazy to be able to handle anything, I think.
But like he was insane about it, and
Of course he is. He's insane. He's
he
the
had a
man.
nervous-
I love
he had a
MHB. I
nervous
know you don't like
breakdown.
him, but
He had a
like
nervous-
he's my boy.
he had a nervous breakdown at work because of it. And it was always like he could do one thing, but then when people turned it around on him, he didn't like that. And like he threatened to like go to the police because I doxed his name. And it was like, dude, it's already out there. Your name is John. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. Kirk said that on the show the other day, like, say your name, pussies. I was like, I literally put my license on Twitter. Everyone was texting me going like, yo, you can't put your license on Twitter. I was like, it's to prove a point, dude. Back the fuck off.
And it was just a constant state of like paranoia, but you also are on the rabbit wheel, so you can't really like stop.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a very unhealthy and very like rough thing because he thought I was I forget him, and DM'd him the picture of my apartment outside of my house, and I was like, John, what are you doing?
We have a guy in Discord who does the same thing all the time. Don't worry about it. It's not as bad
like,
as
John,
it sounds.
John, that's not me. You just DM'd him. He realized that he might have done something very much
wrong.
illegal, and like
It was
freaked
wrong
out.
too.
I'm like, correct. And I'm like, John, like that, like, you can't, the MHB, you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Like I was like, you're a crazy person. Like, and that's why the nuke thing was so funny to me because it was like, but like the
Hold on. Take a pause. I love your videos when you just make and you're laughing. You psychopath. They're funny videos, like, and the Challenger stuff. My only call I'll ever make in a Kirk show is me calling in to ask him if he thinks the Challenger explosion was funny or not.
Comments are going off. They're saying this show's B-. I think that's good. I think it's good for the first show.
That's good. That's really
RK
good.
is getting some love. Dan Tur says RK is the biggest enemy who is not an enemy. I think that's great.
That's great. I like that.
But also, Reverse Minihane says, seems like Will is the white elephant in the room. I don't know if he's talking about Will being a little bit bigger, but that could be it.
So that's a good point to bring up, BA. Thank you for bringing that up. So let's talk about the fall of Rich Kelleher. God, I hate saying that. I hate you so much. You're a fucking loser, dude. Sometimes you're an asshole, but you are entertaining, and people do hate you, and I love that about you. And you FaceTime me all the time. I like that. I like our FaceTimes. All right, so I want to get into Will. What happened with Will? Because he was my producer, and like we always, I mean, I'll bring BA in, like, we always called out Will for your shit. Always. Like, always told Will, like, well, you're fucking wrong about Rich. Like, just.
Well, I always liked you, Rich. I think sometimes you flew off the handles a bit, but who doesn't? I guess I'm not one to judge flying off the handles a little bit. So
Jesus Christ.
Also, Rock Opera had RK not having curtains as a minus 450 favorite. So that's big. You have curtains. So.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Homeboy this guy keeps calling me, and I've like blocked his number.
That's terrifying, dude.
It's scary.
That's terrifying. Tell me about what happened with Will.
I have never felt more betrayed on a personal level in that situation than anything I have ever experienced in my entire life. And I think what people do not necessarily understand is that Will and I were legit friends. And during like the show time, we would FaceTime for 2 hours at a time. And he'd be doing like homework and stuff. I would be like working on either a couple of things that I was doing or working for the show or like working on a couple of job applications. Like, and we would just FaceTime and talk the show, and we were friends.
Wait, you're talking about Will?
Yeah.
Really?
Seriously. We would FaceTime on our computers for an hour and a half, 2 hours at a time. Like he was like multiple times a week, John.
I know. I did it for a little while. Then I got to the point where Will is kind of annoying to talk to on the phone. I love Will, but like he's annoying on the phone.
Other things more like, what are you doing with your career with this? How could I blah, 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 blah? I just liked him. And you have to remember that the minute that popped off, he DM'd AJ on the show account. And that was a big problem to me. And he lied about that on the show. And then he got the most ironic thing to the whole Kirk situation is like, what happened to me is exactly what he hates about
people.
Some of the 1% of the fans that complain about like Manock getting the money, or one person who was blacked out all the time and DM'd me on Instagram this crazy blacked out shit, sent me $20 without me even asking. The next day, wanted it back. Cool, no problem, man. What's your Venmo? And goes, no, it's fine, whatever. I was like, I'll Venmo it to you. I only wanted $3, like to cover like the cost of the production and everything. It's fine. He DMs the show. Kelleher stole my money or this, that. So then Will takes that out of context and presents it. And yeah, I had a KMS account. I was legit selling for them. Now, Steve was very much not helpful. And from what I understand, Steve's a little tough to work with. And they brought Erica. Erica brought in more Minifans for the show, and Steve acted like an asshole. And yeah, I had like a legit show account. I didn't use it in a while when like it became obvious that they weren't helping me. One, like if Steve wasn't giving me what's the prices? Is there anything that I can do here, like outside of dude, this guy's stamina is unbelievable.
It's better than yours.
I'm kidding, right? Outside of like me doing it on my own, but like I legit got a deal that still didn't get paid. Like,
so you were basically like involved a lot with trying to make sales and stuff. Like, were you directly involved with Steve? Were you directly involved with like who were you directly involved with? Like, who were you talking to them with this show? Nobody. Steve refused to help me and did not want me to be helped. And again, you have to remember, he's in the Minifan thread, like reading all of it as if it's real. Are you in the Minifan thread?
No. And fucking, they like weren't helpful. So like, if I emailed it from my normal Gmail, like that didn't make sense. So like I made one, but I had no like thought for. But then again, it was like, Kirk, like 2 months ago, you gave me authority to do this. Like, of course I was going to try to do it right. And clearly to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And then clearly someone contacted them to be like, hey, like Steve Robbins, like Rich Kelleher referred me.
Did you make the email address?
Yeah.
You shouldn't have done that.
Well, like, again, You
didn't know, but that's a stupid move. You know that.
Well, like, that's what I use to sell.
Well, you should have told somebody you did that then.
But, like, again, I didn't. Did I expect, John, that I would be turned into this, like, mastermind villain?
I guess not. No one else ever had that happen.
No. Like, the world wasn't like that at that time. And that's the one thing that I like bothered myself in, is like, why did I assume that this would go normal? Like, of course it wouldn't. And then you see people like making up theories and lies, and I'm like, oh my fucking God, this is absurd. Like, this is like banana land, all driven by crazy MHB who could just whip people up and had multiple accounts to respond.
It was all driven by MHB. He's the real puppet master. Is that your statement? You thought he was at that time?
Are you new here? I knew it was.
I am new here.
Like, I knew he was doing it. Yeah, 100%. So, and then, you know, everything like turns. And then, you know, I just so happened to be like.
Who turned on you? Name names. Like, who was it? I want to know who it was. Like, who the fuck cares if you called them out?
Well, I don't know if anyone necessarily turned on me, but then again, like, I got kind of sick of hearing about me. Like, it got old quick Two,
You can't do that. It's not your business. Like, you're doing it for the show content.
right? But like they talked about me every day for
So
a
what?
really
They're
long
doing that
time.
to us right now. I mean, it's to the point now where there's like tweeting about like us not going on. Like, that's
Yeah,
just what
I
we're
think
here for.
I think what it's different is when you're doing it alone. It's a different. It was just different back then. I didn't.
Okay.
There was no infrastructure. You guys didn't have like you, Phil, and DA as like a core group. It was like all by myself getting hit on every which direction. And
Mm-hmm.
meanwhile, I was like, wait, I did like some good things. Like I kind of made up some stuff that's still used today. I brought in someone to take down Murchison that worked really, really well. That had more downloads than Donald Trump Jr. Like it was like, wait, like what happened to like? So the whole thing shifts, and then that's when kind of Kirk being Kirk, it's like you're done and it's over, and I fucking hate you and fuck you, and it was like, what just happened?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
why did he say? Did have either of you contacted Kirk directly about this? Like about what? I don't understand that question.
I don't. Oh shit. I don't know.
What do you got, BA?
There's a few things. Chat's popping. Everyone's welcome. Bandits
Someone
are big.
screenshot that.
Everyone's welcome. Chat BA is the chat king. But enough about me. I'll say, Rich. Why don't you go as Dick? Dickie, Richie, Richard, Dick. Why don't you do that?
That's actually a good question.
I don't know. I'm just my name's Rich. You know.
That's fair.
Also,
hold
do you have
on.
Simply Safe? Do you have Simply Safe?
Yeah, VD, what's up, dude? No, actually, reverse. I saw reverse Minahane's question.
Okay.
No, I recently, multiple times in the last month, I DM'd Kirk being like, so the thing with Will, like, he lied. Like, can you clear my name? Like, this isn't like, I don't want to be on the or anything, but like, you should probably clear my name. And then the stuff with him with Courtney, it was like,
Mm-hmm.
you listened to that idiot confirm your opinion of me, and you just went on a rant about
Kirby's not
how
an idiot.
Will.
Oh, Will.
Who? Will?
You listened to Will about like the stickers and everything, and then you just went on a rant about people using their real name. Can you at least say that you were wrong about me? And he was like, absolutely not. What are you talking about? Like, don't listen if you don't want to listen. And I'm like, hey, like that's not what I'm talking about. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like that's you could admit that you were wrong on that one. Like, is that a problem? I guess it is.
You can't reach out to Kirk. Everyone knows that. You can't do that.
Yeah, he reached out to me.
Yeah,
he reached out to me first.
Yeah.
So, but
he just DMs me to yell at me. And
yeah,
that's that. That's that. Same with BA.
A lot of ba. Sorry, the video deleted, so I gave it to you here. Ba. Oh, where's Kermie? That's a good question.
I want everyone to know all the videos got deleted because we thought Kermie's mom found them.
Oh yeah, no but there's a 6-hour one. I probably said ba a couple times in that. So.
Yeah. All right, I'm taking you out.
All right.
Bye. So I think it really like the Will stuff. So let's talk about what recently happened to me, and we'll go for about 10 more minutes and get out of here.
Well, wait.
I don't know. The kid had. All right, go ahead.
He did exactly what Will does. He gets excited in the beginning, and then either loses interest.
He did a good job in the beginning.
Right.
Really
talked to him when it got announced for an hour and 15 minutes. I told you that.
Yeah, I know.
We were on the phone, and I was giving him like, he has the sales list from KMS. Here's what you should do. Here's how you draft a sales email. Here's what like you should look at this, look at that. Like there's a lot of things going on with COVID. Do like some sort of small business, women small business thing. Like there was so much, and he was into it. And then it's like you didn't even try. But that's Will. Yeah. Like what did you expect?
I expected him to do better. I thought he did. I thought he was going to. That's why I was there to help. I honestly swear to God, like with my whole heart and soul, like I wanted him to fully succeed here.
Well, like,
why blind loyalty? Like obviously, I've done it for Will all the time. Blind loyalty. You know what I mean? Everyone.
But when did anyone in this equation think that was a good idea or that was going to work?
I thought Will could do it. I mean, it's just producing a show, man. Like it's not that hard. Literally, I'm doing it right now for it. Like you just got.
But if you're getting paid $75 a month, why are you?
It's more than anyone in this world gets paid.
Why are you moving to Boston?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
What were you thinking?
What? Help him, Will? I'll help
No,
Will every time.
no, shut up. What was he thinking? Moving to Boston, that would be a good idea,
That was a
or
bad move.
I'll work 80 hours a week. All the things that she mentioned were like, who thought this was a good idea? Like, some of the
I thought
decision
it
making.
was.
I
I thought we'd be able to make money, like quick.
But that takes a long.
I know it does,
fucking
but
time.
I wanted to help
And the
him.
one-
That's why I was there.
The one thing I said to him was like, you need to start preparing for Valentine's Day. Like, you probably missed the November window. The reason why is because it usually is 3 months in an ad spend that you need to start preparing for. And in 2014, when I worked on an ad buy, ironically, with EEI, the work that we did in December was for Mother's Day. Or like January.
So
was
you know
Mother's
I
Day.
worked for a radio station, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So like
So-
what we would be selling right now is for New Year's Eve and Valentine's Day. Yeah, like around that stuff
Yeah.
we'd be selling for
So,
right now.
so even then, like, Will, your earning potential is going to be 2 months down the road, bro. Like,
Oh yeah,
stay
I told
home.
him that from the beginning.
So like, so again, the whole thing, like, what did anyone expect, and why did anyone expect this was going to work, absent of Will's being Will? Which, like, it's funny in the KMS world that you have a producer that sucks so much, but like Courtney is not going to tolerate that.
I know, but I was there to help. I don't know, man. It
But
is
like
stupid.
you were on the stream with her. He was ruining he was ruining her life.
I know that. That's when I told her to get, like, no more. Like, you can't have him as your producer.
And it's
like,
little things
it's hurting
that,
your
like,
life.
that like build up, but you know, you're bringing in very important media personalities, and they're like, who the fuck is that guy? So it was cool.
But he is a good dude, man. Like, Will's a good guy.
But like,
Will's a good dude. He's my boy. I would have been there too.
even absent of, he said he apologized, he made a mistake. Yeah, all right, cool, man. Like, you know, I respect that now. Like, you,
Yeah,
you
but that
said
happened
that.
like 3 or 4 times in a row, like 3 or 4 weeks in a row.
But like, yeah, and again, I'm just talking specifically about my like one situation.
Okay.
But then when you're doing it in the real world thing, like, Will can't be Will. Like, I'm baffled that it was like a surprise. That's all.
I don't know. I don't know. I gambled on him. I like Will. Like I did.
Well, like,
I like Will.
so again, you can be a good guy,
Yeah.
but does that necessarily mean you're going to be a good partner for someone in her situation?
No. That's
no
that's
vetting
why what
process or
happened
no-
happened. That's why what happened, and it was strictly business. Like, it is what it is.
And then stuff like, you know, the mic stand, it's like, who said that? It's not even yours. The mic stand thing, or like all that, like, weird, like,
I think she
I'm
said
go-
something about it though. Like, she said something
I'm
about there
going
should
to-
never
I'm
be
going-
something like that mentioned. I think
I'm going to gamble. Like, who does that?
that's tough. That's tough.
It's
You can't be
it's
saying
just a bad look.
that. Yeah.
But I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. Like, how far does that go? She's trying to run a business here. You're just a nice guy. Okay.
Like, here's the thing. Like, I would have Will here right now to tell him, like, what were we, like, why didn't you tell me to help you if she was asking you? You know what I mean? Like, I did everything I had to do for Will that he asked me to do. And it's like, there was obviously more because you didn't do what you needed to do still. And you were doing a bad job at it. You know what I mean? So it was like, you left me with my hands fucking tied, bro. Like, what do you want me to,
Well,
it was kind of like, and then everybody defended him because I fucking went on there and bashed him, but it was like, yeah, because he left me with my hands tied. That's simply.
Well, like, let me ask you another question, and you don't have to answer this, but you already know. You don't think for a second he would throw you? Oh wait, he already did.
He knows he would though. He says that out loud.
That he would throw you under the bus in a
Yeah,
heartbeat.
he's done it from day. I mean, BA doesn't
I was
Will tell
gonna
the
say.
truth about it. Yeah.
Yeah, Will would throw us under the bus any chance he
we know
gets
that.
with
We
the
know
view
that.
buying thing, all that stuff.
Everything he has thrown us
yeah.
under the bus. Like, we know Will would do that.
People are saying it was big of Will to bring that one cord to help Courtney record her podcast. People are saying that in the chat. There's some, but there's a lot of Will fans. There is a lot of Will fans.
Yo,
Willie
I don't hold that
Wildcard,
against any of them because, like, yo,
But it's not. But like
Willie
again,
One Class.
for them, it's not real life. You didn't interact with him on a real level. Just
those
like
people,
again,
I don't even consider their opinion matters though.
well, it doesn't.
It's
But, like,
people
they
who
don't
are close to me
understand.
that I was like, yo, really? You're gonna be like, Will was wrong here.
Grover
but,
Grover
like-
said Will was at Cornell for 3 terms. Bush, Obama, and Trump. Oh, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Real
That
good
made
one.
me
All
laugh.
right, I'll see you later, buddy.
All right. See ya.
I love having BA as comic guy. Mike, come on. Like, that's what we needed. We need some just random BA. Everyone thinks he's the one that's putting the comments up on the screen, too. I'm just going to let everyone think that because he's killing it.
Drip Tyler, are you pissed that BS stole your KMS sticker idea? That was kind of the point.
Right?
At its
Sticker
core,
idea was a great idea.
the point at its core was, hey, Barstool, you have a great audience here, and
Yo,
they're
tell them what your original pitch was, how you were supposed to take the pictures.
like, it was a whole Instagram thing.
Yeah. Don't show me. I don't need to see. I know it was an
Hold
Instagram
on.
thing.
I did this as like a
Where I'm adding you in here, BA, because he's
Rich
just
is on the
going
move. I was just typing it out.
Yeah.
Rich is on the move right now. I wonder where he's going. What's he doing?
BA, I'll ask you this. Did you... Oh, wow. What is that?
I thought Rich was gonna like pull that off, and a secret door was gonna open, or
It's
to
like
something.
There's some bodies in there.
It's a picture frame thing that has like all of the stuff,
That's pretty dope.
That's
and
pretty cool.
I put it together, and it was at the like once after everything went down, it was kind of like my memorial of like the weird time that I was involved in all of that. And so, what was the question?
Good one.
What was? I don't know. You just started going on the move. I don't know if there was really a question.
No, John, you had a question. What was the original idea? Oh yeah,
So,
the
yeah,
thing-
what was...
the
So
thing was,
tell them the
like,
original idea.
let's show the breadth of the world by like having pictures in Australia. There was a dude that was about ready to go to fucking Singapore, Vegas, Miami. You had the picture from Scranton. That was sick. Like
I'm still working on
There's
the
so many
drawing
bars
board.
around. There's so many bars around Scranton that has Kirk Minihane stickers in them.
yeah, like it just made sense, but it also, the point was to kind of be like, hey, Barstool, you have an audience here that you're not doing anything with. Like, what the fuck? Like, so to answer Tyler the Drip comment, like, I'm happy that they took it. That was the point all along. That's all I wanted.
Vindicated.
And for all these idiots, like everyone, that's a thing about like groupthink that I've learned that's so crazy.
Right?
Is there were 200 people at that vigil seeing me pass out them like fucking Tic Tac.
Jay
And never
Mayhem has about 7,000 of your stickers, dude.
But like
He stole them all off you.
in person to everyone that was there, as many that I could give, and
Nobody with the funniest comment ever.
nobody made a comment that you have a captive audience there. I could have made bank if I wanted to. So
Yeah, you can see the show selling them now. People are definitely buying them, right? It's instead of like bashing your idea, maybe they could have made it into put on the website then, you know?
Is Dano rich?
Is Dano rich? I don't know. What's a graph writer?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Rich, people are wondering what's the #1 Canadian band?
Nickelback.
Wow, fuck. No, Tragically Hip.
He's trying to push this Tragically Hip thing for days. Graffiti. That's what it means. So
yeah, the point made sense. And if it wasn't done by two idiots that have no marketing sense, as Steve and Kirk have proven, like
Kirk doesn't have to do it.
Well, like
Kirk's job
whatever,
to do
but like Steve clearly didn't see the value in it. But then the other thing that Will lied about, I was like, I have all this great content on the IG Instagram page. Take it. And he was like, I only want original content. And I was like, dude, I have 2% of your followers. You should
Yeah, but
take
that's why
all
they
of
only
it.
do that shit. Oh, you just said to take it.
Take
I
all
just
of it.
don't like when people say they're involved with the show, I think. They don't like it. You know what I mean? Like, they don't like that.
Yeah.
But, which is wild because it's a world where, like, the fans are literally producing so much content.
But you had someone with a digital marketing background that wasn't a 25-year-old slug of an intern that had
Ouch.
a dip can filled with cigarettes and a 2-liter bottle all the
Nothing
way
wrong
up
with that.
here,
Nothing wrong with that.
running your page. Like,
Something wrong with that.
I kind of knew what I was talking about. And Will was like, I only want original content. Okay, well, take the new pictures that I haven't posted yet. Here are those. Never got posted because they didn't want to give me credit. Like, that was the other stuff where it was like, what are we doing here? Because I thought I was trying to, like, the most ironic thing is that it felt like I was the only one with, like, actual honest intentions, not trying to do stuff for myself, and got turned into the one that everyone was being like, well, fucking, I don't want to get Kelleher, but, like, happy it wasn't me. It was just, it's so strange. Looking back on it, it's such a weird part of my life. But I'm, like, happy it happened in a lot of ways, and I've said it on Twitter, like, yeah, Kirk, like, said a lot of stuff that was, like, fair. I've never heard it like that before, but, like,
Yeah, he has a way of putting things, right?
I mean, he was wrong about a lot. And actually, I just saw this one dude tweeted this, like, Kirk was right about a lot of things, but was wrong about Kelleher. And I was like, hey, fuck yeah, like, I like
You
that.
would like that. You probably pinned that fucking shit to your profile, too.
No, I didn't.
I pinned so many things of nice people, or things saying nice things about me today to
You
my
say,
profile.
like, pin.
I say pin and then just pin that, and I do it like 35 times a day.
But you're not an annoying follow. It's always like, oh, I'm glad
I'm
John
an annoying
tweeted
follow.
that.
I know that because there's people I talk to that I'll randomly go to DM and they don't follow me anymore, and I'm just like, fuck.
It was funny in, like, a sense of pride way to see my followers just go, like, ready?
Well, listen what's happened to me now. So someone bought me on those fake followers, and they're just dripping. They're bleeding out. And now I just feel less and less fake cool. But that was like a month and a half ago. Like, now there's no buzz.
Who do you think did that? MHB?
I don't know, because like people, and I'll bring VA in, like people legit kept buying views from us.
Brad. I said it was Brad. So this is my whole conspiracy. The guy we had on the second episode, like, was telling us, I'm going to get you 5,000 views. Don't worry. And then we didn't let him back. God. And then after that, all the views just kept getting bought. So I think he was the guy. I think it was just a random occurrance, but.
Did you guys?
I got viciously blamed for because of probably Will.
I have a good question. I lost hearing in this one, so I don't know what's going to happen if this can all work out.
Well, I'll tell you if we can't hear you.
Fair enough. So, I have a good question, and then I know we're almost an hour, but like whatever.
Yo, listen. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give us 10 more minutes, and then we're going to do an ad read, and then we're going to put out the link, and if anyone wants to come on, they could come on. But we can only have up to 10 people in here, so. But the link is open. You can say anything you want. If you're mean to people, I will kick you out, though. That's not nice.
That's my job, to read the comments, because I deliver them in a less mean way.
So wait, what were your guys' perception thoughts when things flipped? And I've described it as being a fan and then getting elevated. And when you guys got elevated,
we never got elevated.
No, but like
we get talked about and stuff.
Yeah, you were talked about. You had a good show. Like, obviously, I think
never said we had a good show.
They strategically made a decision to not ever make a fan like how I was.
They didn't, because at the beginning of the YouTube show, YouTube channel, they talked about everybody, and we just happened to be there.
Yeah, we just had some. We always had some weird like
if we tried to start a show right now, we would be nothings.
Yeah, that's true. We were the first ones.
It's timing and opportunity, right? So my question.
Well, yeah, and we took it.
Stuff like you guys getting called, like me being the puppet master of both of you and Phil.
We get clout chaser.
Yeah, that's the one thing we get. Like, we're the clout chasers. We're trying to,
which is 100% fair.
Yeah, that's fair. But everyone then.
I named my show the John from Scranton Show.
Everyone else is a clout chaser.
Those people out.
But the thing that I had to that is, to the people accusing that, it's either one, jealousy, or two, I said this to you, John, on the FaceTime earlier. Like, people had their opportunity. Kirk opened it
everyone
up.
Does. Kirk gives everyone an opportunity.
A lot of people checked out what the water was like on this side, and then said, fuck that. I don't like this at all. I don't want any part of this.
See, for me, I love like the chirps, though. Like, as long as it doesn't get to like your personal life or something. But if you make fun
Just
of
make
me and
yourself
stuff,
smile about it.
it just makes me laugh. Like, I'm gonna always laugh about it, right? And I've been lucky, like it's everything, like it's always been more than above board, you know. But like people get people like when they say clout chasers and all this stuff, it's like, well, then what? You wouldn't have a parody account. You wouldn't put a song in. You wouldn't go on the YouTube. You wouldn't do anything, right?
So VD says Rich always plays the victim, but he won't own up to his own mistakes. What do you say to that? We can't hear you. Sign off. Sign back in. Oh wow, he won't answer the
Is Mike cut out right there? People are saying Kelleher's audio is terrible.
What about now?
Oh, that sounds
we hear
better
you now.
actually. That sounds a lot better.
That's so funny that it literally cut out the minute that I was like,
That's what I said. You want to
Your-
answer the hard question?
so,
Your
like,
computer actually works better than like the AirPods for audio, you know.
Yeah,
Well,
AirPods are the worst thing you could use for these things.
BA's been in the comments the entire time. Thanks for telling me, dude. You fucking idiot.
Oh, I didn't know how it would sound another way, you know.
So, like, to VD, like, what more do you want from me? I was publicly humiliated.
Well, what would you say you did wrong? How about that? Say what you did wrong.
Yeah. So, like, here's kind of like my thought on it. Like, what more needs to be said? I don't know. Maybe that's
What do you think you did wrong? Because like I told you one thing I think you did wrong. So you know what I mean? What small things do you think you did wrong?
I just couldn't stop.
That's true. You're a fucking.
I had it hurt, and this was like a lot of from like a self reflection standpoint. Like, what was it about me that like you had to? What did Mike say to Walter White? Like, we had a good thing. You just and he's about ready
I
to
hate
die.
that show, so I have no idea.
But yeah, you're nodding your head, right? And he was like, "You just couldn't stop, you mother." And Mike goes off on him like,
You can curse on this podcast, dude.
We had
Fuck.
a good, like we had a good thing, and you fucked it up, or blah blah blah. Like, I don't know. It was such a weird. It was like a weird time. Oh my god, that's so mean.
That's such a funny comment. That's so
Such a
good.
good comment.
So
How
good.
about you say sometimes you go over the edge or whatever, and I think that happens to a lot of people. I don't sell dope. I don't sell it. What was I saying? But with the Kermie situation, you were like VD saying, and you threatened to be like, I'll go after this, I'll go after that. Is that a scenario where you're like, and then you reflect about it after, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe I overreacted there, you know?
Oh, like no question. I said that to Kermit.
Yeah.
Like when VD is signing me up for PETA, and like I'm getting all of these things. It was like, oh, Kermit, like you gave him your number, like my number out to someone I don't know, have never fucked with.
Wait,
never
Kermit
interacted
gave your number to who?
VD.
thinking that he and I would have like a come to Jesus moment when he's like
I
DMing
love
me
Kermit.
these weirdest things, and I'm like, Kermit, like for the record, like I guess the point was like, I know who you are, like it's real to you now. Like I think I'm so like it's so like engrossed. Like it happened yesterday with the Daver dude. He calls me a pussy and a vagina, and I just give him a response and then say, you fat fuck, and he loses his mind because it's like normalized to go after me as hard as
Is
you can.
this true? Hold on. Did you tweet out his number?
Oh yeah, I did. By accident.
You can't do that.
You can't do that.
Well, here's the thing.
I'm not on the spectrum either.
I did do that because here's the thought.
Don't do
He
that.
sent me the most craziest rambling, and then was like, "We need to talk," and I'm like,
Well, you should have talked to him.
Who is this?
Dude,
Kermit or
VD.
VD?
"TV," and
Oh.
he gave me this number. I'm like, "There's no way this dude like actually thought that like that's his number. Like I want to talk to him." Like, so yeah, I did, and then it was like, "Yo,
Why wouldn't you want to talk to
number.
him? You talk to me. You asked for my number immediately.
But like that's the thing. Like I've known you now for how long? Like VD was sending
Since
me
like the first week of our show.
I did give you my address pretty unsolicited.
Well,
pretty
yeah,
quick.
other than the sticker stuff.
So I was like, there's no way that he would just like, what does he want to talk to me about? And then it was like, that's his legit number. Like he clearly wanted to talk to me. So then that was kind of totally my bad. So like, what
Yeah.
else?
Wow, he's saying you and Rich buried the hatchet, or you and VD.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took care of that privately. I don't think there's anything else to talk about it. I apologize to him. I apologize to Kermit. Like, so to BA's point, I think like you lose perspective a little bit at times, and I think the good thing of like what the secret thread has done is like I have a sounding board of like
Why
yeah.
we'll ask the hard question. Why, when they called you, why did the Jew lie? Like, wasn't like that's Kirk's huge thing. Like, he said you lied when they called you.
So
Was it just a stunned phone call?
oh my god, I was fucking
I would have been
terrified.
terrified.
And
Oh, yeah.
and what I didn't get is I just so happened to be right near my apartment on a T stop, and I took an Instagram story of the floor that I was just like in front of the T stop, and it was something about like, you know, we'll do something else like with this cool like little like Instagram thing. We'll do something outside of Kirk or whatever, and then it gets posted by Reverse Minihane to Twitter.
Good dude.
To Kirk being like, yo, do you see what this is? And Kirk took it as me making a
Dude,
train
MHB used to send like the shit I would say to Kirk's actual cell phone.
Yeah, it's fucked up. That is fucked.
crazy person stuff.
What about
Love
Rich?
MHB.
What about the
Wait.
propaganda team?
So when Kirk texts me or calls me and is like, what about the train thing? I'm like, what are you talking about? The train thing? Because it was like an Instagram story that just happened to be the floor that he connected in his brain of me making a T-stop train suicide reference. And then it was like, well, oh, now I'm a liar. Now I'm this. Now I'm that. And like, fuck you. You're an asshole. I hate you. And it was my cut. I didn't get anything. Like, they didn't give me anything.
Isn't that the classic case we're all accused of like making money and none of us have ever?
Oh, I've lost.
Well, I think a couple of people are making some money.
Oh.
They talk about movies and music. They're a little bit.
Oh.
I don't know. I can't remember the name.
I like that they make money.
Oh yeah. So again, you have someone who's the best talker in the fucking radio industry calling you in a very aggressive tone. If you don't immediately respond, you're automatically a liar. I got off that phone call and
well, you do. I noticed tonight, like you just take forever to fucking talk, so that's fair. Maybe Kirk.
And I went to bed for the rest of the night, and he called me at 11. I was in bed.
I texted BA once when everyone accused me of buying the views, and I had a freak out.
Yeah. Because I said,
That
"Did
was
you
the
buy
worst.
the
Ever
views?" I
since
was like,
that
"You tell
day.
me." I was like,
Ever
"You
since
tell me
that
right
day,
now."
I'll never be taken too seriously.
Yeah.
Like I'll never like that.
Well, that's the thing that you guys
immediately.
like created, which is like, you know, it sucks because I would have had fun if it was.
You would have had a lot of fun if you were around for you.
It would have been a blast. It just would have been a blast. It wouldn't have been this like crazy.
Oh, Rich, you're getting some sexual comments here. Someone wants to own you with her pussy. Echo. Ooh, wow.
Wow.
What do you think that means? You seem shocked. I feel bad for Echo's DMs later. I really do.
Yep, I do.
No, you know what was cool about that is I heard what Kirk said about her.
Yeah, how about that? How about that? Him mentioning those. Well, he did DM me about them once.
It's just
they
like,
go after him though.
So I DM'd her, and
that's the Roster podcast, by the way. They're great chicks.
I DM'd her and I was like, just trust me. Do not let it, like, if you can, like, move off from it. And you, like,
oh, you texted her like a pussy. He is. Wow.
Wow, that's not nice.
That wasn't nice.
Yeah, that's.
And what I like said was you're just gonna get like a different, you know, perspective on it, and then at least everyone knows that. At least everyone doesn't believe what he says, like what happened to me. And it's like you just see things differently now, and you know, like don't let it like ruin your day.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how
Rich? Can you comment that pussy scare you?
I to be perfectly honest,
I can't believe Dano said that.
Dano's comments have been great today, man. I'm telling you. Do pussy scare you?
No, I just don't even know what to. I like looked at it and it was just like, I mean, like Echo would ruin my life in a heartbeat,
She
and I
would, dude.
I
She
would
would.
just
She
be
would
like,
burn your shit up.
how do you want
You
like
need a
how do
good
you
girl.
want
You need a
to
girl
ruin my
like
life?
her.
However
Everyone needs
you
a girl
want
like her.
to ruin my life, like, you can do it.
That's true. I would say the same.
100%. Like what? How would you like? Yep.
Do you
Yes,
dabble
ma'am.
Do you dabble in ladyboys? VD wants to know.
Like in Thailand, I'd go to fucking Thailand, hang out with a lady
Interesting.
boy. See
Yeah,
on.
baby. Let's do
That's
it.
nice.
Let's go, bud.
See, you'll answer the hard questions.
See, he answers. Dan will love the car.
I mean,
yeah.
all
What I'm
I
gonna
really
do?
want in life is to have a one-on-one date with Echo.
Oh wow.
What is our problem here? Like a very classy date. I want to get dressed up. I'm going to wear my triple Windsor. Everyone knows I can do it. Want to get her in a very
You can
nice
do a triple, huh?
You got a triple Windsor?
Yeah, and
I went to Catholic school. I could
like
do them
a
all.
very classy date where we talk. She has a master's degree. She's very intelligent.
Wow. So you're gonna be up in her DMs after this, confirmed. I think we just confirmed it.
No, I'm not going to be up in her DMs. It's just an open invitation for her to ruin my life. Like, what more can I say?
Hey.
Wow.
So listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to put the link out on Twitter, and if anyone wants to come on, you can. And you guys can leave if you want, but this is where the podcast is gonna end. Okay, bye. All right.
Are we still live though?
Yeah, we're still live though.
Oh, okay. You just gotta let me know.
Yeah, well, we're live still, BA.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You never know what could happen.
This should be fun, right? We'll have some people on, do calls.
Yeah, this will be good. I think this was a success, John. Look at this.
20 people steady. You can't beat that, right? That's more than I think any YouTube show that gets anymore.
People are saying the chat. I think it's like putting it on all the platforms makes it
Yeah, very accessible.
because it's like you can look at it anywhere. The comments were good today too.
They were great.
They were really
Yeah,
good.
I just keep putting them up on the screen too.
Yeah. No, I like it like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you could do that?
Yeah, everyone thought it was BA doing it.
Actually, if I was able to do it, it could be good too.
I think you would have to log in for my shit.
I have to sign
Yeah,
up
yeah.
or log in. Okay, what? Maybe next time.
That was such a good comment. Like, fucking paralyzing.
No, I thought it was fun. No one's coming on here though, so maybe I'm gonna put it in put it in the 14.
Yeah.
I did an ad read for Cheddar.
The Cheddar Show?
The Cheddar, well, it's the eating show tomorrow. Don't talk about the Cheddar Show like that.
Bandits. The Bandits.
You love the bandits, don't you?
Bandits are big. It looks clean, man. It looks clean.
Is your symbol or is your call ba?
Ba is the sheep, what sheep say. So when Kelleher was like, "Oh yeah, it's groupthink," that's why ba, you know.
Rich, I think we have to have a part 2 of this conversation.
I mean, I genuinely don't think that I covered anything. And I don't mean that in a bad way.
Honestly, no, but we set a
I
good
would-
ground. I felt like we set a good
There's so
groundwork.
much.
I would say, yeah, there's a lot to talk about because you didn't even get into stuff about Carano too much either.
We didn't even talk about today.
Didn't even talk about today. I was yeah, so that was why you're so fired up too.
Everyone's comments were on fire today. That was
Well, like,
Why does Wilkes cast want to lose me? No, I don't think. I think
Well,
I have the
hold-
no
hammer.
one's signing on. Come.
hold on.
I would say Dano did win the
I'm
comments
sending it to
today.
Adam Minihane.
Adam Minihane.
Yeah, I love Adam Minihane.
Why? Like, that is not a nice thing to say about someone.
What?
The drug dealer part.
You're a drug dealer.
That is, but I don't really care though. He knows.
I know,
that.
but I know you don't care. But like, I do care.
Everyone was big mad, dude. I had LK text me I am not happy. And people texting me, they were not happy.
The way I see it, if it's like part of the show, if you're saying online,
That's
why
said.
even for me, like people are getting mad. Oh, I said I don't listen to the show, all this stuff. But it's like I think if you say stuff like when you're doing this live or whatever, you can't take it so seriously. If like I don't know, that's how I see it. You can't take it so seriously.
Mm-hmm. That's
So
what
I know
you can't. It's
you
Kirk's,
don't
'cause
either.
Kirk could do whatever he wants to. Well, Rich did. He took it way too seriously, I bet. You gotta have something better. You have to have a main like something.
No.
else
I
to be doing.
I didn't take it seriously in the point of like actually like getting mad or anything, but it was more like, wow, you have a set of balls. Why would you say like? And I think that kind of goes back to like, not like being on this side, but now looking back at other
Oh my
things,
God!
like,
First guest. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, fuck Jay from Lynn. Fuck Jay from Lynn. Fuck Jay from Lynn. The eater, the original
Ladies and
eater, the
gentlemen.
only eater, the only eater.
I like that you have your like warm up sweatshirt on.
People
Tim
forget.
Wiggles.
So, John, people forget that Wilkes Cast guy. Me and him did a podcast with DEC.
You did.
Yeah, we talked about the
Oh my God,
subscription shit.
Menez.
Oh, look who it is.
I just want to get on with some ganja or some coke. Johnny, can you help me out? Is this the right place for that, or?
Yeah, you're at the right place, buddy. Jay's here.
Manor is long overdue, buddy. I've been waiting for you and Kirk to sit side with me for the Jay forever.
Well, Kirk's not
I
here.
tried Sheldon a couple weeks ago. What's up?
Wait,
Kirk's not here. That's Tim Wiggles.
Kirk's not here, Jay.
we got the guy that
wow.
Kirk called the fucking brain dead idiot on the
I
show.
don't wanna
That's
smoke
fucking
with him.
big.
How's Australia, Menez?
Night, everyone.
Yeah, it's really good, thanks. It's lunchtime here on Tuesday. And I just took a break from work to say hello to John and
Dude.
see if I can get on. But do you
Every
ship to
time-
Australia or?
Every time I talk to Meners, I ask him how Australia is because he says it in the funniest like Australian voice, and it sounds so gorgeous. I just like
Love
the audio.
Love
of it.
Manor.
Yeah.
What a lineup! BA, Rich, Jay, and Tim. I mean, this is.
And
This is-
DD.
Oh my God! It's my good friend Dave.
We're gonna need a floor is yours guy, John.
Menners just wanted to
Well,
come
he
on and
knows.
say hi to John, even though you always talk shit about him in the DMs.
Oh, fuck.
Who me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why are you being so fake?
Meners talk.
I
Meners
said it.
talk
I
shit to
said
me.
it on air.
Meners talk
I
shit
said
to
it
me.
to his
in real
face.
life.
Menners,
Yo,
why
This
you
is New Manners though. New Manners is a nice guy.
Yeah, I'm actually. I don't want to cause any trouble.
Menners talks shit about John for being a nice guy to everyone, and then he does the exact
He
same
does it-
thing.
he does it in
Kirk tells
public.
him to.
I can give the Meners this. He does it in public too, though. He does it in the DMs and in public. I know that for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Menners, are you in a prison cell right now?
Yeah, that's his home. That's his home. He
Psych
lives
ward.
in a
That's
prison,
the,
dude.
that's the podcast studio,
Do you have
VD.
cement walls?
It's a wall for a studio.
Is it in like?
And then what you do is you look in while they're recording. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's how we do it.
wow.
Like a,
Is that
What
how
do
it
you-
like a
works?
Taliban. Like,
So wait, do you do that?
torture.
Do you do that just so they see your face, so they don't see you jerking off when you're watching that
Yo,
the
I was gonna
podcast
start.
you record?
Yo, know why I started the podcast? Know why I started this with that video? Because I was gonna fake doing the tubing. I was just gonna come back to me
Menners,
solo, and it's just
what's
me
the
pounding.
next? What's the next Barstool podcast you're gonna knock off and just make the Australian version of?
Well, John knocked it off first. People.
I already
forget.
did first.
I know, but Menners has a nice roster of them. No pun intended.
Well, name them, VD. Name them, asshole.
I
Steve
have
from
them all
Providence
blocked on
loves
Twitter 'cause
them.
you're
Name them,
DMing
say it
me
on the live
constantly
stream.
from all the accounts.
Yo, VD,
Well-
Meners used to DM me all the DMs you sent him before, like you had the show and stuff, and they were fucking hilarious.
We've always
Manor-
wondered Manor,
Hilarious.
why your first
Tim,
attempt
the
at
real
a,
reason I'm here is Tim. You need to hype up the pay-per-view
The
event that's coming.
The eating contest.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh,
That's why I took that.
This is
You know, we can only have you guys on here because it's not Kirk's channel, so I
We
might
have-
have you on.
What's up, bitches?
how are you?
Who the fuck are these
Can't hear
girls?
anything anyone says.
These are girls.
Who are these idiots?
Fucking embarrassed.
Come right back. Don't worry.
You know who these girls are, Manners. We were in the
Manners isn't
whole
wearing pants.
podcast before the one you made. Manners. Place.
I do. You all spoke at
That's
once.
fucked up.
Oh, fuck
This
off.
segment is sponsored by the
Yep.
Discord voice chat.
Manners,
And the horny chat.
right now that you have pants on, can you prove that you have pants on, Manners?
Okay, yay! It's working. No, it's not.
No, he doesn't have pants on.
I do have pads on.
Headphones.
Yeah, right?
Anyway, Jay and Tim, you just need to hype up the eating contest. I'm out of here.
It's silly.
Jay's not the real eater. He's not the real eater. Tim Ridgels, he's the real eater. The first
Yeah, Jay.
eater, the number one eater, and he's gonna win.
I trash you.
Manners.
I trash you
Thanks
because
for
you
having
trash
me on
me.
your sex show.
Fucking asshole.
You never even asked.
What are you
That's a
talking
call
about?
out.
Oh,
Look at
what
that
are we
cute
talking
smirk.
about?
Look at the smirk
We
that
have
he
a
comes out with.
podcast.
Obviously.
Oh, you're the roster girls.
Yes!
Right. Okay. Oh, I was like, who are these two random chicks that have stand up?
You got like 5 points hotter the minute I heard your accent.
No.
No, thanks. And wait till I stand up, I'll lose 20 points.
Look at
so-
him go like. Look at
Yeah,
him
well,
go
I'll
like
lose.
that.
You know, when I. Yeah. Anyway.
Just don't stand up then. It's fine.
Honestly, if you had
He is
seen his
standing.
girl, you
He's
would
standing.
watch points every
Manners,
single
lay down.
morning.
Anyway.
Don't
I'm
make
just
fun of
kidding.
Don't make fun of from Manners. Manners, so what else is going on?
Probably a
You could
solid
actually
two.
talk about your stuff in here. Could we talk about the fact that you have other things?
No, I don't want to talk about anything other than the fact that, it's a great week for the KMS show. Bad day for
You're
John
such an
from
asshole.
Scranton. Bad day for John from Scranton.
R.I.P.
Can we get Courtney Fallon in here in a second?
Do
Where's
you want me to send
Courtney?
her it?
She
You want
can
me
just
to
drop
send her
in
it?
and say
She
hello.
could. She can.
Who?
Do you think she'd be open to like an all-girl threesome?
Probably.
I think
I
she
think
would.
so. I think
I would
so.
like to watch that.
I don't want to answer for her though.
like
That's not
to
fair.
Guys, I am not gonna lie to you. We just recorded an episode, and the whole time Echo was
No
trying to fuck
self-promotion.
me. Like, I'm not kidding. From start to finish, she was trying.
Okay,
the whole
hang on.
episode.
Let's talk about the fact that this woman had the audacity to say that she wouldn't have sex with me.
Well, that's fair. You guys
Wow.
had to do a podcast together.
Gotta
I
keep
said
that
the friendship was
relationship
too
separate.
important. This is a business.
You can mix.
Am I not
You
fucking-
can
I would
mix.
not fuck my business partner. That's bad business.
No, you can mix business with pleasure. I think
No,
that's the
we
Yeah,
real.
can
that's smart,
mix
BA.
business
That's what you
with
do in
pleasure,
Canada,
BA,
right?
Anytime you want.
Do it for content. You got to do it for content.
Holy fuck, is that
Hey,
Kelleher?
I said we haven't like 10 times already. I just didn't want to do it today.
Kelleher's here. Holy shit. Holy shit. What up, Rich? I didn't even see you. Holy shit.
He's so
He's
little.
being quiet. He's being
Oh,
quiet.
yeah.
Quiet.
I
Rich,
can't
what's up?
tell because the screen is so little.
So Echo,
we-
Rich earlier was saying he wants to go on a date with you. Maybe Rich could profess his point right now.
Wait, can we go on a double date with BA?
She's always scamming, you know.
2021,
I will do that.
2021.
We will StreamYard the whole thing.
Do you want to use mine?
I don't know. I don't know if I could perform in that with that
No,
pressure.
My pitch is 100% clear. It's going to be a classy date, dressed up to the nines. I'm
John's
gonna
doing
go-
a deal. Is John doing a deal there?
Yep,
How much did
just
you
made
sell?
money. Huh?
Awesome. Fucking never stops. Never stops.
Well,
I honestly don't
Manners.
understand who John talks to all the time. He's super important.
He
He's
looks like
always
a
got someone to talk to.
Manners.
There he is.
People
Wait,
are
wait, wait,
saying that.
Wait, hold on. Shut up, Thea. This is back to me.
Okay.
So all I was saying, which seems completely reasonable, classy date, dress, suits, a nice dress for the lady, getting all
People
dressed
forget
up to the
everyone's
I
nines.
gonna
thought
wear
you were
suits
gonna
to
wear
the
the
Wobo.
dress.
Wait,
Ooh,
are
I
you
agree.
buying
I
me a
agreed to the
dress?
terms, but I thought you were the one wearing the dress.
I want you to buy
Rich,
me a dress.
Ooh.
Check
Rich,
it out.
do you
I
have
had
any?
to
Do you have
approve
tickets
the
to the
deal.
Wobo, Rich?
Do I have tickets to the Woodward? No.
Yeah. No.
No tickets to the Woodward.
So
Jay, what's your comments on the fact that this show has more viewers than the Star Wars show ever had?
We have yet to watch a good Star Wars movie.
We have yet to watch a good Star
Sure.
Wars movie.
Sure. I was gonna say this earlier too, John. People were saying that you should be the backup producer for the Kirk Minihane show, but I was saying
make like what
I was-
$20,000.
no. I was saying that only people that are unemployed could do that because
I'm
you have a
unemployed.
full-time job. No, you have a full-time job as a drug dealer. You know?
Yeah,
Wink,
yeah.
wink.
The streets are full time.
Honestly,
baby.
I wish I
Streets are
had the
full-time.
photo from my car. There's a picture of you hanging in my car, and you look like straight up like a drug lord in the photo.
Me?
You have like a white button up, and it's only like buttoned to like here, and your hair is like wild.
Sweet and maple syrup for you, Tim.
Hey, how's that syrup?
Where's the chips?
Hello.
Get the
Where's the
hat.
chips?
Get the
You better when
chips,
you're eating
dude.
chips.
Show
I think
everyone
sweet
what
and
you
maple
do.
syrup is
I
more
have to go
impressive
take my
than
dog to
eating
go
chips.
poop.
I hate it.
You're
Yeah, you're
drinking
out now.
maple syrup? Oh my god.
Why is the Canadian the one who's surprised by someone drinking maple syrup?
Yeah, Jay's drinking maple syrup.
Well, yeah, come on, he does this all
You're
the
in his
time.
Tim. You're in his head. He's so in his head about the
He's
eating
so
McChicken
fucking
contest.
rattled.
He's so rattled. He's
fucking
drinking
rattled.
He's drinking maple syrup right now.
What are you guys eating?
McChicken till we die.
Is that what we're eating? All right.
I
Yeah.
guess. Well, no, unless you want. We can do Chinese dumplings, McChickens, pizza, like riblets from Applebee's. I mean,
We'll figure
however
it
you
out
want to get down. Like,
We'll figure it
I don't
out.
know.
Tim. I mean,
Yeah.
either way, I'm gonna eat more than you. So
As long as it's not fish based, like whatever. Let's do it.
Wait,
I think
so
I think McChickens is the way to go, though.
I think McChicken. Jay is the infamous McChicken Parm guy. So
I'm an
Jay's-
eating guy, BA.
Jay's my
you're a
fucking.
McChicken Parm. You're the
You're
you're the
animal.
original McChicken Parm guy.
I've been known to eat and I go here and there.
Oh. So this is what I was trying to get to with Kelleher. You may have competition in the bottom right with Jay Love, the lover boy.
Rich can.
do you think I
no
can
rules or any
do
of
you think I
that?
can
No.
compete with a man that is drinking maple syrup like that? I have no chance.
He knows how to blow her fucking back out. He does it the weekly.
What's up, Tim? How
He
you
doesn't
doing?
take her on nice dates because that's stupid. He blows her back out. He
I'm
pulls
sorry,
her fucking hair.
No,
He bruises her.
Let's all pause for a second.
How many clicks on the car?
With my back out. Because it's been a fucking while, hasn't it?
Wow. How many clicks did you put on the car, Jay? How many clicks?
Does it even count anymore?
Click, click, click.
So tomorrow we're supposed to.
Or
be...
miles? I guess you go by miles. Sorry.
Is that what you were trying to get out? Miles?
Yeah, kilometers. I was saying kilometers on the car. How many
idiot.
clicks have you got on the car?
Nobody knew what you were saying with clicks. Nobody.
Because you
Nobody
guys
knew
are
what
Canadian.
you were
No,
talking about.
how many clicks you got? What?
Unbelievable. What the
Clicks,
fuck?
You're in
All I
kilometers.
thought about was
States of
clitoris.
America, honey.
all I
Clicks
thought
are
about.
what you do. That's your friend group.
Where'd Rich go? Did
No.
you guys scare Rich away? Rich, come back.
I think that you guys scared him away. Honestly, I
He's
think
still
I
in our
could've-
DMs.
I
So
could have
you guys must be the
here
problem.
all night.
True, very true, very true. Well, I mean, that's all we need.
So-
John's gone.
What the-
BA's here. He doesn't know
Okay.
what to do. BA, you're a horrible show handler.
A what?
And we have two professionals in the bottom right here that don't.
Oh, Rich.
What's going
Hey,
on down there?
Rich
Everybody?
wants to let back in, but John's not here.
That's up to John, yeah.
Yeah, John's not here. So.
BA, your performance
This
the
is
other
why John
evening
should never be in charge.
was that was legit.
My performance when? Today?
Oh
No,
my
the
God.
the other night.
Bah,
Ah,
bah, that one.
That
did
was
you ladies
legit.
get to see all that? Did
What?
you get to see the BA show the other night?
No.
No, you didn't.
It's okay.
No.
It was okay.
It wasn't that good. He was just drunk.
Did we
You've
see
seen
what?
BA, he had a good 6-hour show the other day on
Of
his
course
own.
I did, baby.
Oh yeah.
She
The
watched
bar.
all 6 hours.
Oh
I'm
wow.
sure.
And I was coming for 5 of the 6 hours.
Just
Wow.
straight.
Had to
$3.
get a nap in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Handbrake.
surprised- Are you guys surprised Menners came in and said, what, his piece? I'm surprised him and VD didn't go hand, they fight a lot. I'm
Oh.
sorry. I'm trying to be John right now, and I can't because I'm not that good.
It's okay, man.
Somebody stick some food in my mouth.
You fucking dickhead. We're reading the comment.
What did Kermit say?
He's
Oh, I
not
stopped reading it.
He said that they look like Smugsy.
No, he said, who are those two dudes in the bottom right corner?
Where did he say that?
In the
He's in the
comment.
comments. He's in the comments.
I don't even see that one. I missed it.
I can't. I'm developing cancer of the eye and ear.
It's just him shitting on us the whole time.
Girls, come in.
Welcome to the after show. We are here until 2 a.m. John from Scranton. John.
The people want the titties out.
Promotion.
Dump them out, BD. Dump them out. You got Grover, your number one.
Wait, so all right, but I missed something in the
I
internet.
can't help it if I'm funny all the time. I'm not self-promoting my show just because I'm also funny on my show.
Onlyfans.com.
Just because me being funny makes people want to listen to my show.
Time out. I missed two things. One, I believe we were talking
Did you
about
just rub one out?
Echoes back out.
Who's blowing what out?
What? Oh, Jay blowing my back out.
Yeah.
Wow,
You
Jay.
want to know more about it?
No, I don't
I
want to
can
know.
send you videos.
That's just the last. That's the last thing that when I left.
Oh,
That's where we were.
We were just reading the comments saying nice things about us.
People are gonna
Everyone
accuse-
loves us.
People are
Just
going
so
to
that-
accuse me for this shit because I let you guys on here. Are you being good? Like, are you being nice?
I know it's about to be some drama.
Probably will be.
What?
Assholes.
Honestly, if we say anything, it can turn into drama because we are loudmouths.
Yeah, that's true.
Potential
What-
to disrupt.
Let them speak. Let
What
them
podcast? What podcast is this?
The roster.
The roster podcast.
Timmy
It's
knows.
Kirk Minihane show. I mean,
No,
It's
this
like
is Minto.
sister show. It's like the sister show to Kirk Minihane. We're very close.
exactly like it.
We're very
Same
tight.
thing. Kirk himself wishes he could be on it, but he can't find the time to do two shows. You know, it's
Yeah.
tied to me.
His dick is too big.
We can't fit it on the screen. So
I have a really strong feeling I'm not going to be wanting to be attached to any of those comments.
he's
Okay.
gonna hate that we even said that.
What happened? I
I
didn't
you
forgot
ladies-
that
He
it's
hates,
live.
he hates when we talk about his
People are saying you ladies work with your hands.
I know. I work with my mouth.
I do
Not
both.
that
I mean,
great
the
with your
hands there. I guess the hands work, but the mouth's really the heavy lifter.
Can't
you
confirm
know?
they're better with. Well,
You guys brought this exactly where I thought.
It's echoing. It's echoing again. It's echoing.
It's not me.
Someone doesn't have their headphones in.
Is it me?
Who did
Hello.
that?
No, okay, we're good. I think it was
We're good.
Jay.
Oh, do they have wireless?
Jay may have disconnected. I got his keys.
Yeah,
Jay-
our wireless.
Jay got his
Probably
mask.
did. Probably did.
His cod piece.
What happened? I had my headphones out. Why is everyone freaking out?
Is this officially off the rails?
Amy
What
has
happened?
more fucking class.
What happened?
Nothing.
Guys, do you want to play Never Have I Ever?
We brought the bar.
What did they do? Hold on. What happened?
Can you
We're
not
getting,
see me?
we're getting in
John?
racial
I'm
debates.
laughing.
What happened?
I put my
What
Kylo
happened?
mask on.
What did they do? They're still here.
I put my Kylo mask on.
What happened?
What did we lose?
Oh.
It was us.
I don't think.
Okay,
I don't
Jay's
think
back.
any
Jay's
of us.
back.
I don't think any of us know what's.
Pump them out
Am I
for a
here?
5-star review.
Brenda.
Honestly, if you
Oh,
give us
I
a
mean-
5-star review on Apple Podcasts,
Jay
we'll
has
leave
a,
right now, Dave.
Kylo Ren mask
So I
on.
think he wants our
And his
tits.
cat.
I'll
First
send
on the
you
shoulder.
pictures of my tits. Thanks for review. I mean, I didn't realize that was the thing. All you have to
Kurt?
do is ask.
Kermit is not a fan.
For our podcast, for every picture of your tits. you
Just
sent us.
one tip picture for a 5-star review seems very fair to me.
Jesus
One
Christ.
tit per review.
No, one
So
tip.
4
that-
reviews.
Get the set.
Oh, the kitty zone.
Kermit in the comments is not a fan
Kermit hates us
of,
so
of
much.
the roster chicks.
No, Kermit's better.
It's almost like he knows he
Kermit's
can never
a-
fuck us.
He said
Kermit's being tough. Kermit's like, he's 12 years old. He couldn't even fit it in your fucking.
Kermit's not
like,
a bitch.
I think he
I don't
called.
know.
He
That's
said
a-
he called you
Yeah,
guys.
Kermit's soft. He's like 12.
If you ever cared
Kermit
for
wouldn't know what to
yeah.
do if he ever saw a slanted eye.
BAC is also in
Okay,
the
so what
conference.
happened that made us laugh though
Oh.
is that you said who doesn't have their headphones in, and it's us. And I said we're good, we have our wireless, bro. And then we just started laughing
Wider D.
because we don't.
No one cares to hear their vapid bullshit.
You guys
Vapid?
get us
You
kicked out of the world.
about sucking dick
Yeah,
is
you guys are gonna.
vapid? No, intellect.
All right,
Honey,
let's get back
What
on the
did I
rails.
tell them?
Focus.
I told them they can't be mean. You can't be mean.
Look at Jay's cat.
Kermit is on a heater. Kermit's on a heater. There is talk about I don't fight drunk old disabled men. Indian
Good word.
lives matter.
I'm
Wow.
disabled
Yeah,
now? What the
BAC is
fuck?
saying racist things. Wait, hold on. Can you
Who's
bring back,
Bobby Bill? Is that Phil?
can you bring back Anne Marie for a second? And I need to show him something. Hey,
What, you switching
lady.
sides now? You giving up on the
Aw.
Wow. He just switched sides that fast after a good.
Sorry, Phil. I didn't know.
Tit pics on the way, bud. Everybody else, let's see those 5 stars, boys.
Oh,
Let's
bring
whip 'em
Phil
out
on.
live. Let's
That's
rub
Phil.
them
He's not
together.
in here.
Is this on OnlyFans? Are we live on
Bring Phil
OnlyFans?
on. Bring Phil on. The link's
Yeah.
on John's Twitter, Phil.
Show Phil's dick.
No, that's not the one. It's not the one. I saw the one.
I already found him.
Oh, they're back.
I didn't know that was Phil.
Jay puts
Bobby
his mask
Bill.
on when they're here.
Who?
I'm gonna just keep taking them out, so he has to take the mask off.
Let Phil.
It's not me, guys.
Phil is packing. Phil's packing the heat.
What's he got? Is he playing COD?
He's saying he's gonna flame BAC.
Oh, where are they at? Oh, I'm in Discord. Fuck. Grover's probably recording this whole thing.
Oh, I should
It's
have turned it
also
off
live.
on the YouTube. Fuck. Everyone go to the it's on Periscope. Everyone go to Periscope.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I
on
think
Periscope.
everyone's in